Here's a quick video from the side. So air pressure sent to the up. There's the piston back here that you can see it right there. It sends pressure down, extends it here. At the same time, this little guy gets pressure to it to kind of unlock this over center. So it unlocks, pulls that, pushes, and then it just essentially, let me swap arms here, essentially comes up and rotates into the bay. And like the last video, comes down, gets to its full position, plus this has pressure on it to kind of keep it down like that. And it's kind of hard to see, but that's hard mounted with a pin that rotates connected to the strut. And then if you look, there's a solid beam that comes all the way across, and the gear is actually mounted to that. There's like an L bracket that this gear mounts to. That whole piece is bolted into the frame, so it's really strong that way. But like I said in the last video, this slamming down will break this clevis or pull that air cylinder apart, unless you do it like I did, put some kind of restriction on the down that slows it so the gear just kind of falls out and builds up pressure instead of slamming down. The only issue is because of this air cylinder location, it would definitely make it a little harder for electric. I'm not saying it can't be done, you just got to get the right geometry on it to make an electric setup. And because if it was electric, you probably wouldn't need an actual air cylinder here, just something that has a spring on it that as it comes down it just kind of puts a little bit of pressure over center on that, or put a stop on the back, like a stop up here, so as it comes down it hits and won't let it go this way. Because if you take that cylinder off on these, that strut will actually go boom, boom, it'll go both ways. So if you just put a lock where it only goes to a certain point, and you could put like a spring to kind of uphold it, and that's all you need. But like I said, if you're electric, you don't necessarily need to have anything here. It can just be a cosmetic item, or do away with it if it's not on the real one, which I don't think there's on the real one. I think they just have like a locking mechanism here. So I hope that helps. Two videos. Like I said, the nose wheel on the Tomcat's essentially upside down compared to the A6. The strut compression point is on the top of the landing gear versus the bottom like the F14. And they use a external wire or rod from the top to the bottom to kind of drive it, which that's not scale, but I think that's the only way to get around that. And it's such a, you can kind of put it behind the strut where it doesn't really show up. You can kind of bury it under the detailing part, so it looks will still look pretty scale and still functional. But that's it. Like I said, sorry for the delay on the video. Hope this helps. If you need anything else, just let me know. Later.